Bailey here, Quick Fix Golf, and in Quick Fix Golf we want you to play better golf now. And how are you going to play better golf? Well, you better practice. Practice, practice, practice makes perfect. My favorite artist, my idol, Jimmy Buffett, has the secret that he's going to share with us on how to practice. Whether it's golf or whether it's singing a song or playing a guitar. It's the same process. So if you want to know how to practice properly, let's listen to what Jimmy has to say.
Good morning, everybody. It's Jimmy from Chicago. I am up very early because it is a very special day. And I was a good boy last night. It was a school night, and I went to bed early. So when I got up this morning, somebody had sent me a link to an email of me singing the national anthem back in 1984 at the NLCS championship game, the first time the Cubs had been in a playoff in a long time. And I had been asked to replace Steve Goodman, who had just passed away, and sing the national anthem. Now, we were very, very close friends, and Steve was the reason that I became a Cubs fan. Because way back when I would come to Chicago and play, there were no lights at Wrigley Field, so we would go and buy a ticket in the bleachers and go watch the game before we had to go to work at night. The bleachers were always special to me, and the first time I played it 11 years ago, we ended the show there. Who knows? We may do it again tonight. But anyway, I just wanted to tell a little story that precedes the actual singing of the song, because of course I was filled with grief at the loss of my friend, but also we as performers also cling to that lifelong idea that the show has to go on. So I went to Chicago at the invitation of some friends of mine who work for the Cubs and checked into my hotel. I was a good boy again that night because I had to get up early and sing the anthem. Now, the anthem is not an easy song to sing. The first trick is, if you ever have to do it, is start low, because there's a high part at the end that you really want to hit, or else you'll wind up in one of those blooper videos of people who mess up the national anthem. So I didn't want to be on one of those videos. Next thing you do is make sure you know the words. Now, everybody thinks they know the words of the anthem when you're like in the stands singing along with 37,000 people. But when you're down on the field singing to 37,000 people, you don't want to mess up again. So the easiest thing to me to do is do the process of which you learn the lyrics to a song. Repeat, repeat, repeat. So for the day before, I just sang the national anthem pretty much most of the time I was there. You know, like under my breath or in my mind, like, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, what's bright we hail, as the twilight lights gleaming. You just kind of keep over and over again repeating it, which I did all day and most of the night, right up to the time I went to bed. When I got up in the morning to take a shower to get ready to go, it was early. I got in the shower because I knew the noise of the shower would probably be enough to suppress the fact that I was going for it in the shower. I was going at the volume that I would use when I went to Wrigley Field to sing it. So I sang it probably 3 times at full volume. Got out of the shower, got dressed, opened the door to go down to have breakfast, and a startled-looking man poked his head out. I don't think he'd been up long, or maybe he'd been up listening to this anthem. Anyway, the look on his face indicated to me that he thought, what kind of wacko, super patriot, idiot do I have in the room next to me who sings the national anthem all day and when he gets up in the morning? And to try to calm his fears, I went, no, I'm doing the anthem at the baseball game today. He went back in his room. I went and got my breakfast, went to the stadium, dedicated the national anthem to my friend Steve Goodman, and sang it at the game. I believe the Cubs won that game, but not too many after that. And it is a great thrill to just be back doing a show in Wrigley Field. But let's add to that the Chicago Cubs are the champions of the world this year. Unfortunately, I couldn't make any of the games or any of the parades after which I had been invited to because we were on tour in Japan, where I watched everything in a little Cubs bar in Tokyo with a lot of diehard Japanese fans and some expats. Today is my day in Wrigley Field. So I just wanted to run this national anthem that I dedicated to Steve back in '84, and I know he's up there somewhere smiling down and fins up Chicago and Cubs fans. See you at the ballpark.
So there you have it. That's how you practice. Repeat, 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 and then repeat more. That's how you're going to get better. Whether you're playing golf or singing a song, that's how we do it. It's the repetition part. The more reps you have, the better your feel becomes, and the less you have to think about it. You got to practice right. You got to know what you're doing. So get out your phone, download the Quick Fix Golf app, send it to us. We'll tell you what you're doing and tell you how to practice so you can repeat, 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 and become better at golf.